Hello, it's Tips with T. I'm Dee, and this is where we talk about all things having to do with transformation and eloquence and empowerment and stuff like that. Anyways, so, oh, yes, subscribe if you haven't already. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about the idea that I've heard from a couple of the women that I've interacted with. And that is, I'm trying to find a delicate way to put this. So the feeling is that the universe doesn't want them to speak up. As women, they should be quiet. Sometimes the reason they give is that their faith or their faith writings or the men in their faith um, say that that's what a good female is. A good female is quiet. She supports the men in her life and supports them in part by doing what they say and agreeing with everything that they say, and then teaching daughters to do the same thing and teaching sons to expect the same thing. And this is a tough one. Oh, this is a tough one because I I don't believe that our world can afford to continue down a pathway where only half the voices maybe are heard and only one perspective, gender wise, um, is available to sort of filter and frame the world and build the infrastructure and make decisions about how things are run and all of those sorts of things. So where this ties into the work that I do and what I want to share with you is that so many of the women, even when they're like executives, right? CEO level women, when we get into the work around communication and values and their vision and how they want to bring all of those things to the table, once we kind of dig down a little bit through the coaching process and the pathways process, what we're discovering is this idea that they're trapped between this world where women can be anything and they can be executives and run companies and Fortune 100 and all of that sort of thing, but at the same time they're fighting against this really deep notion that really they're not supposed to do that, and that somehow the universe is going to punish them at some point for their success, for their audacity, for those sorts of things that, how dare they think that they can break the rules. And so we really have to work through that and struggle through that to really get to the meat of the work, because you can't have your full, authentic, eloquent presence in the world. You can't be you, like with a little y or a capital Y, if underneath it all you believe that you're really just supposed to be quiet and you're really just supposed to play by the rules and do what other people tell you. If that's what's underneath it, that is not a solid foundation to build the rest on. So I'm just presenting this to you to think about. Do you have that kind of going along underneath the surface? And if you do, what is it holding you back from? And how could the world change if we had a more balanced and equitable set of voices at any given table? I ask you to think about it. So, subscribe below. You'll get more of these wonderful little tidbits at TEEwithD. Bye.